See here, I click on the compute, and you see the so many. These are the not service. It's a category actually. See here, app runner, batch, EC2, builder, build shock, lambda, adapt. It's a category, subcategory. Now, if I go inside the EC2 where I want the look at this virtual server in the cloud. That means if you want a VM, click on EC2. And again, EC2 is not a service. It has so many services actually. And virtual machine is one of the resources actually. So here you can create a resource. Okay. So this is something we have to get comfortable with. So yes, what you want. So I want here at the compute, I want the VM. What kind of VM you want? I want Windows VM and I want Linux VM. And here I'm going to teach you how to create a Windows VM, how to create a Linux VM, how to log in, and how to access and all stuff like that. Okay, so did you set that your expectations for the next demo? What I want is all I want from AWS is a virtual machines of Linux and Windows. Okay, same thing I asked you to create through last time through Vagrant and before that virtual what was that virtual box. Correct now?
Correct.
So yeah, so this is the same thing you do on the internet. So let me go and do it. So these sessions will be recorded, so don't need to panic. Just understand the get comfortable with it. No need to get scared. So launch instance. Here I click on it. Now this UI earlier it was a little bit old UI. I liked it somehow more better than this new UI. So this is the new UI. It's very difficult. It's easy to work actually, but very difficult to explain. But still, we'll have to work on it. So this is the right side is summary. Left side you have to select all the options. So what is the option you have to select? So if you remember that in the VM, while creating a VM, you selected the OS image in the virtual box, and then you selected CPU and then RAM. Correct now all this?
Rajesh, I have this question. Like, what is this EC2?
EC2 is VM. EC2 means in simple way we call it Elastic Cloud Compute. In short, we call it EC2. Got it?
Okay, okay, and what it does?
VM, virtual machines.
Okay, okay,
That's what I'm using the simple keyword. It's a VM is equal to EC2.
got it.
Okay. In AWS we call it EC2. In Azure we call it a virtual machines. And in Google Cloud we call it instance. It's up to you how you call it. Okay. So here
Rajesh,
what?
Rajesh, one dot.
Rajesh, I have a
So
question
in
here.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
so in AWS you're saying like huge services there, right? So similar kind of stuff will be available in the Azure also. Is it a different
Yeah.
like the services?
Same services. I said
I
clone
mean,
service. It's like Ola
I,
versus Uber. It's like HDFC Bank versus ICICI Bank.
I see many of services there in the AWS, but I mean, if you as compared to Azure, I'm not heard like so much services.
You may not have, but it's there. It's both all are competing with each other. AWS, Azure, Google Cloud. So name will be different, but you will find the services. Whatever you have in AWS, you will find on the Azure. You whatever you have in Azure, you will find in Google Cloud.
Okay.
It's just a way to change, just way of changing and using the features will little bit change.
Okay,
Okay.
so
What was
I
the
need
next?
one more. Sorry to disturb you. So for like DevOps, right? So I mean, if you want to like do certification, so which kind of paper? I mean, the certification we can select in the AWS.
Hmm. So AWS certification path. So there's too much of, I need one consolidated image. So just AWS certification path. So if you want to start, see, you start with associate. Foundation is not required. Associate. So
Okay.
in associate, there are 3 levels of certifications. There are 3 levels of certifications. Now, one is architect level, and one is a operations admin level, and one is a developer level. Okay, that is
Okay.
here. Now you go to the professional level. So architect level will become a solution architect, professional, and these two merge together with the DevOps. So let's say I will suggest you go for, just a second, there's some noise coming from my side.
Hello. Your voice is not audible, Rajesh. Hello.
I think he's checking some noise from his side. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, sorry.
Okay.
There's something is happening in my locality. So is it good? Is it clear or still that coming?
Still a little bit coming background noise, but no, fine.
Yeah, yeah. So my suggestion would be people, most of the people, what they do, I have seen it. They try for associate solution architect, which is comparatively easy compared to admin or developer, and then they go for the sole professional. But my
Okay.
suggestion would be if you are into DevOps, then do this admin training, the one which I'm teaching you right now. And after
Okay.
that, just wait. So after that, you go for the DevOps one, this one. So
Okay.
that way,
So yeah. Okay. So admin and
this
after that
way,
the DevOps.
my suggestion is my suggestion.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
What was the next question?
Rajesh, it was from me actually. I'm not sure like if you discussed this last time. I know that we are setting up virtual machines here. Even in the last class, you kind of went through this. So as part of like the whole DevOps process, where does this step tie into? Like, is this like the first basic step that happens like creating the virtual machines?
Yes, see here. AWS is Ocean. Now, these are the platforms trading that first I taught you Linux, then VirtualBox, then Vagrant, then AWS. Tomorrow I'll teach you Docker. These are the platform trading where you can run application. So sometime you can run application in your entire in your laptop. First run laptop, then private data center in your organization, powered by VirtualBox, VMware, and all. Then they may have a migrations to cloud, then AWS, or next training, which is a tomorrow. I'll teach you containers also. So that is a depends on that where you are running. So these all
So
trainings are
the whole
important.
So the whole point is like we picked like virtual machines concept and then point and then we'll be learning various technologies applications sorry
Right. Yeah.
how we
So
do it
first
with
we
like various applications.
yes. So
Okay.
first we are learning the platform, and after that we'll learn the technology. For example, these are the technologies. So see here. First you understand the concept, what is DevOps and all.
Mhm.
Then These 3 trainings will be for the platform where you want to set up your own applications and all. After that, multiple applications you will learn. For planning 1, 2, programming, then code review, source code versioning, code analysis, build management, and so on. So like that, this will be the complete your sessions.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so now I think the sound is little less compared to that. So yes, we have to set up a compute. How do we do that? So I've logged into this, and here I select that what is operating system. And you can be little slow, spend more time clicking here and there, but more or less it's a straightforward. And if your OS is not here, you can browse more OS here. So I'll go for one of the here Ubuntu is Linux version. So this is the one. Now, what is the 64-bit architecture and all, DRM, whatever it is? How much CPU and how much RAM you want is decided here. So I'll go for the macro, but if you want more CPU, more RAM, you can check it out options. This is only for the demos, why to waste money. The cost is also written actually somewhere here. So you can calculate, there's one AWS calculator, just type AWS calculator. And any services which you are using and you want to calculate this, you can do that also. So yeah, this I have selected the RAM and CPU. Now let me tell you here, in any AWS instance you create, EC2 instance, they don't give you the password in AWS. In Azure, both options are available, by the way. But in AWS, they ask you to create a public and private key. So you can use the existing keys also, but you'll have to create first time because we are doing first time, right? So you create a new key pair. Now this new key pair, what will happen? So public key and private key will be created. Public key, they will keep it with themselves, and private key, they'll give it to you. So those who's having the private key, they can access the EC2 instance. Okay. So let's say if you lost that, then that means you lost the access to your machines also. Are you understanding, all of you?
So Rajesh, you told that is a 12 months free period. Then, but after that, when you will try to that this set off, it will be the cost affected on that one, right?
No. I said when you start the new account with your credit card, you will have a 12 months period where many services will be available free. Okay, I said free, available will be free. After 12 months, everything will become a paid. Now, see here, which is free available. So they have a tagged that free tier eligibility. That means if you have a new account, if you create this instance up to the 1 year, 750 hours per month, I'll show you this here. Just where is that? Just a second. 750 hours per month. See, Amazon EC2 750 hours per month. Only which one? So only T3 macro or T2 macro. The one which I am creating. For me, it's not free, but for you, if it is a new account, it will be free up to the 12 months.
Yeah, got it.
So like that, every services you have to check and then use it wisely, not blindly. Everything's free. Okay, so now here we have a key pair. So I'll generate a key pair. What is the name of the key pair? So this is the November month, right? So November month 2022. And what is the type of key pair? So RSA is okay, PM file is okay. If you want to use with the putty, you have a PPK. If you want to use with the SSH, open SSH, PM file. Create a new key pair. Now you see that download is happened. PM file nav-2020 PM file.
Thanks for watching. Want to study further? Join our training programs today.